One of the most popular edits people want to make in Photoshop is to replace the background of a photo and place their subject in a new environment. Not only is this a popular edit, but it's the perfect example of the powerful things you can do once you learn the basics of Photoshop: layers, selections, and masks. Replacing a background can seem quite an intimidating thing, but it's really not. At its core, all you're doing is making a selection and applying a mask, both of which we covered in the tutorials in this series. Let's walk through a practical example. Here is a photo of a dog, but instead of the solid background, we want to put him in front of a mountain landscape at sunset. We'll start by making a selection of the dog. You could use the Quick Selection tool or the Select Subject command, both techniques that we covered in the tutorials in this series. This selection tells Photoshop that we want to keep the dog. Next, all you need to do is to create a mask that hides everything we didn't select, in this case, the background. So now the background is hidden by the mask, but we'll still need to replace it with something else. Just like we did in an earlier tutorial, we'll use the Place Embedded command to add another image to this project. The new image comes in on a separate layer above the photo, but we want this new layer to be the background, so we'll move it to the bottom of the stack. The order of layers in the Layers panel matters, and you can move layers up and down the stack depending on your design. Now you have a dog against a mountain landscape, and all you did was use the foundations of selections, layers, and masks to make it happen. This was easy, right? You can change the entire dynamic of an image when replacing a background. And you would use the same principles to create other kinds of composites, like replacing the sky in this image and adding shadows by using another image, or changing the background to a solid color and combining elements of a new image, as with these vibrant flowers here. Or you can even use the same image to improve on your own composition, as I did with this delicious dessert photo here. So let's recap. Many of the amazing things you can do in Photoshop will require an understanding of how to use layers, selections, and masks, and replacing a background is one of the most common edits. In essence, all you really do is just selecting the foreground elements in an image and using layer masks to hide the background. Finally, you bring another image into your project and place it at the bottom of the layer stack as the new background. Now is your turn. Practice these skills on your own images and give them an instant refresh or make them more fantastic.